go. So welcome everybody. In today's video I figured, hey, let's just talk about a new theme that I've made for Visual Studio Code. I actually released it today and was working on it like till late at night and also a little bit in the morning, you know, fixing some bugs here and there. And pretty much what the theme is made of is I have a separate repository. It's called violet-fuchsia, and you can actually get it from the extensions market. So we'll type in violet, and there it is, violet-fuchsia version 003. It's a custom theme that I made. If you click the how it looks page and I click open, it will inform me that it's on field number 3, and you'll notice that it's actually opening up, and this is what you would see. You can have access to it, that's how it looks, but that's beside the point here. So the point that I'm trying to get at is you can download this theme fairly easy just by searching violet-fuchsia, and you can install it and you can use it on your own installation. But I figured I might show you guys what the files are actually, what they have inside of them. So let's open a file here, and I'll go into where it is. So it's in my my-vscode-theme folder. I click OK, and we have this wonderful folder, my VS Code theme, and these are all the files along with the packages that I've published, and along with icons, the Readme file and everything. And I want to just show you how I actually, you know, what I changed, what I did. So this is actually the file where all the theming happens. Pretty much all of these sections pretty much make up the style and the look of the entire editor. The reason why I went with this color is, one, it's based on the dark theme, and it's also a theme that I really like, you know, using. It's been made by myself. I spent a lot of time on it, and I'm really happy with how it ended up looking. It looks fairly clean, I must say, and everything is in its right place, so that's actually a good thing. You can see also I've defined a few more colors for certain things, like for classes, some Node.js classes and such, or some JSON keys. Some colors have been defined. You know, pretty much most of the things have been defined pretty much. I may change things based on a request, so it's around 600 lines of code with literally everything in it, and there's a ton of stuff that I've changed and a ton of stuff that I did. Now you might notice I have set here to use the italic lettering. So if you have a look here, you'll see token colors, name, comment. So pretty much every single comment should have a, you know, should have like the italic lettering in it. I think I have an example here, but I wanted to show you the file itself. So you can see pretty much all of these sections of the editor have been changed to accommodate for the changes inside of the editor itself. And this is the launch.json file. You can actually see the comments here now. This is a bright pink, so it's easier to read. And you can see that we have version 0 to 0 and configurations. We have these arguments here. We have launch extension, request launch, runtime executable, and type, which is pretty much a extension. And this is like this is what I use to debug it. I will probably make it open source. I'm not really sure myself if I want to though. It is available from the store, so I don't think I have to make it open source. I will keep it by myself in my separate, you know, cloud service where I can have it all saved. We also have this file where all the themes are defined. I actually showed you this already. We also have this package.json file, and this is where you define pretty much what your icon is going to be, what icon is going to be used for the package, by who it was made, so who was the publisher, what the display name is, what the name of the package is, and what the description is, and also what version and what engines it uses. I use the latest, I think this is the latest engine. So it indicates that the minimum with which this theme will work is a version of 1.47.0. So that's what you should know if you're using VS Code. It's in the category themes, and in terms of contributes, you'll notice that it takes the label violet-fuchsia. Also, this naming is on purpose, violet being this kind of like purple color and fuchsia being like this pinkish color. So that's what I designed, what I like thought might be a better looking IDE in my opinion. It looks pretty clean. I like the look of it. It also uses the main theme from the UI dark. So when you have you can switch between a light theme and a dark theme. But my editor, I prefer having it in a dark mode because, you know, I am most of my time at home working on code, and there's pretty much no sunlight there, so it makes it easier for me to read you know, while I'm at home. We also have this Readme file, which pretty much will take you to either a picture of how it looks or by who it was made by, which it also has my GitHub link in there. This is the screenshot that is actually not a part of it, but I decided to take it while I was working on it. It's really easy to do. Then you have all these vsix packages. These vsix packages are pretty much what you will upload if you're considering, you know, if you're considering to upload it. Then you have this vsce extension quick start, which is made when you first start your extension coding procedure. This is what you will see. It will pretty much tell you what you have to do in order to run it properly. There's also one file I want to open. It's actually saved in my home directory. It's called make a custom vscode-theme. And what you want to do, if you want to make such a thing like this, you want to first install npm, which is a part of Node.js, but you can install it separately. So I recommend that you install Node. Then you want to make a directory. I've decided to name my directory my-vscode-theme, and then you want to do I think that's what you want to do. I'm looking at this, you know, making sure. I think you should change directory into it first before doing any of this. At least that's my opinion on it, you know. So, you know what, let's actually, you know, put it in there. No, that's actually not what you want to do. So you want to run, you then want to run this yo code. What this will do, it will launch some sort of a, you know what, let me show you this. So what it will do, if I move this away, so what it will do is, if we, you know, we have npm installed and everything, we also have the sudo npm-i-g generator code, and then you can run yo code, and it will pretty much show you this sort of a guide. So if I run this, say no, it will run, come on, takes a little while I'm recording, so you'll have to bear with me on this one. Pretty much what we'll do is we'll bring up some sort of a manager that you can use to generate those code files. You can see this is it, and you can pretty much define what you want. And what I did is I picked a new color theme, and this is what you want to do in these steps. Pick a new color theme, start fresh, set the theme name. For example, mine was violet-fuchsia. Identifier violet-fuchsia. This will also determine the name of the directory. In terms of the description, just noticed that there's a typo. You want to give it a description that's like, you know, that's kind of descriptive or unique to your extension, but it depends on you. I have such a simple description because I'm a simple guy. You have publisher name. This is important to set up, but there's also a few other things you have to set up to make it work. So yeah, so what you want to do is you want to then go over to here. It will say what publisher name. You give it the publisher name. I would recommend that you set it as your nickname or username that you use in all of like social media and such, so that people who end up liking the stuff that you make can contact you, you know, for like changes, suggestions, or improvements possibly in your theme. So that's important to remember. Then there is the name of the theme shown to user. So what it will ask you, I'm not gonna actually go through this, but it will ask you to like type in under what it will actually see the theme. Now, I think it was mod shift and P, no, mod control P, control mod shift, no. Okay, come on. I can't even remember which one it was, but it was one of these shortcuts actually. Oh yeah, it was Shift Command and P. So Shift Mod P. It doesn't work. No, it doesn't work. So Shift Mod P. But what it should bring up is it should bring up, you know, a menu here. Let me actually show you this. It's kind of weird, it doesn't let me do that. Okay, hold on. Okay, I think that's it. Let's search, that's Explorer, Editor Layout. Control Shift P is in my, oh, it's Control Shift P. Okay, Control Shift P. There we go. So under Linux or Windows, if you're not a Mac, it's Control Shift P. And what you will see, you want to find the color theme section, you know. So you will have to scroll down, find it. But since I already found it, it's color theme. You can also type in theme to view it, and it will show you preferences, color theme. And once you click that, it will, you know, you'll be able to pick. So you pick color theme, and then you would pick your theme. For example, as you can see, it shows up here as violet-fuchsia, which is the theme that I've made. And yeah, so that's like pretty much it. Now with you know, tweaking this sort of stuff, you can actually debug all of this. So the way you would debug this is, let me close this real quick, is let's say you have your theme, you know, that you're working on, and you want to, you know, do stuff with it. Let me actually, okay, let me hit don't save. I should have left it been brought up actually, bad idea, never mind. So if you wanna test it out and wanna like check out if it works, you wanna go into your launch.json file, which will be created in the directory. And what you wanna do is you wanna click on this run section, which is you can either use Ctrl+Shift+D to bring up the debug menu, or you can I have a file already open, launch.json file. Okay, that's weird, doesn't let me. Okay, it doesn't let me do that. That's fine. Okay, open the file which can run, and that was it. That's the file, you're supposed to open it. Okay, for some reason it doesn't want to cooperate with me at this point in time. You know what, let me close it and reopen it. This is always the case whenever I try to show off something, it never works. So when I click this debug icon here, click open a file, which can be a debugger or a run file, which is this launch.json file, but it doesn't let me do it. So we have a launch.json file, you don't have to do this. Don't you see it here? Okay, it does not work at all. Oh, that's cool. I cannot even show you this. Why can't I? Okay, start debugging and more. Sort install. Don't want to install anything. That's always the case. I want to test out something, but it doesn't work. Okay, maybe I'll have to disable it. So I've disabled it for my current workspace now. So maybe it will let me do it. No, it will not let me do it. Okay, we have the launch.json file. You can also see the original colors, yet I cannot run it. Okay, that's weird. But what it should do is it should bring up, you know, the thing, like I think I should be able to run it. Let's just let us Chrome preview, I don't care. And we'll change this to... Okay, so here's the thing. It created this launch.json VS Code thing. That's not what we are after. We're actually after this thing right here. And what I would recommend is to just get rid of everything in the configuration file if it doesn't work. Click add configuration, and scroll down. You should see VS Code extension development. You add that in, you save it, and you go to the debug, and as you can see, we already have it in there. Why don't you decide to use it at all? No, don't add this stuff in. It always happens when I try to show something. It always happens. Okay, launch extension, blah blah. So if we run this now, it says could not find task npm. Oh yeah, that's the thing. You have to get rid of the request and pre-launch task, and also of the outFiles. Get rid of that. So once you get rid of that, you should just have the name in there along with these things. So you want to save it, and then you want to run it. As you can see, it will run with the theme hopefully enabled or in place, which as you can see is not actually the case. Maybe it's because I disabled it. Oh yeah, I disabled that. Okay, so if I close it now and decide to run it this time around. No, wait, it's the wrong one. Okay, this is the one. Okay, so get rid of this pre-launch task along with the outFiles. Okay, now run it. And there we go, that's how it should have launched up before. So what we're running here now is the extension development host, which is what you can use to develop your extension. In case if you're working on a, if you're working on a theme and you want to change something, you can easily do it. You can go back into your files and you can go into your theme folder here. You can change around some colors, and once you have made the changes, you can click this restart thing. It will restart on the right part of your screen along with the changes in place. So that's how you actually debug it. I'm gonna change back my theme though. It got rid of my theme. Cool. Violet-fuchsia enable workspace. There we go. So what else is that I should talk about? I think that's pretty much it so far. Let me just in case open the file of making the custom theme. I think there's another thing I need to mention. Oh yeah, this thing. So this is, once you're done with that and you're done with your theme being created, I would highly recommend that you go ahead and install this package. This package is used to create a Visual Studio Code extension, which is an abbreviation of it. Once you install it, you can go ahead and make this, and then this is the important part. This is the image it will use for stuff. You don't have to do this, but I would recommend that you make the image public if you plan on using it. Again, you don't have to use this. You can just get rid of all of this, the base image part, and you should be good to go, I think. And yeah, as I have here, the link is the image link. You don't even have to use the image link at all to publish it. So once you make the package, it will in fact run as it should. Let me show. So we're in the terminal here, we're in the folder. So if we run vsce package in here, you can see down there, once I run this, it will bring up a prompt. As you can see, extension manifest not found, package.json. It is in there. You're just in the weird folder. Anyhow, this package.json file apparently isn't inside of where it should be. In fact, we're actually in a totally different, section. The launch.json file is actually in the same section as the package file, but it's not. It says it's not available, which is weird because it's right there. Anyhow, if you really want to package this and you want to make sure that it works, I would recommend that you change the URL that it uses. For example, I have changed the URL of the base image to the one that actually does exist. If I open it, I click open, it says, okay, it says that thing, okay. It happens like this, it always happens. Oh yeah, this is for the publisher thing. So after you install the vsce thing, you actually have to make a publisher, which you're going to have to do over here on this link, which is the marketplace visualstudio.com manage publishers. And we actually go there. Let me open this up on the second screen. You'll notice I already have a extension here, which is the violet-fuchsia theme. It's been updated about 4 hours ago since the time of the recording. You want to add it as a new extension because you can see it changed to my username. But then you want to, you want to possibly create also a company. So I have like a publisher ID and I'm the owner of it. You can create a publisher and then you can create an extension. So you want to create a publisher, preferably under your name, and then you can create an extension over here. And once you create an extension, you pretty much will be asked to pick for which one it is, which in our case is Visual Studio Code. So once you do that, it will ask you to drop in the vsix file format, which, as some of you might have noticed, is a few files I have here already. The thing about this is I was trying to compile this before, but for some reason I cannot generate the package at all. Don't know what's up with that. It's supposed to run just like that, yet it's not. Maybe I'm not in the folder, maybe that's why. So cd violet-fuchsia, maybe that's why it didn't want to work. I wasn't in the directory. Yeah, it turns out I wasn't in the directory, so when I click yes, because I do not have a repository, as you can see, it says it was packaged, and this is the package you want to upload, which is the version 003 in my case, so you have to change the directory in it. I did not do it. I also have it written in here, I think. Yeah, I have it written, yet I did not do it, so remember to switch your directory. Again, not much editing will be involved, but if you want to upload it as an extension, you click New Extension, pick Visual Studio Code, and drag and drop the file in it, which is, for me, this file I already had it, so I'm not gonna do it again. I already have it uploaded. But once it's done, you also, before you actually package it, I would recommend that you change the readme and the changelog according to your versions and such. It's basic markdown syntax. I may make a video about it in the future, but yeah, that's pretty much it. If you can't see these files, like the readme along with the files in here, just make sure in the same directory, because if I move up by one and then do an ls, you'll notice it's not in there. So you need to make sure you have the package.json file in order to create the package. So just change your directory into the folder and then you can make the package. So then make the changes to your theme as you would like. I don't plan on open sourcing this. It's just a small video on how to also publish your own extension. So I'm going to edit this one now. Make sure to stay safe, have fun, and also be prepared, because there'll be quite a few more videos about code in the future. There are also a few videos that were still made while on Windows. So bear that in mind, because they were recorded about 1 to 2 weeks ago, and I switched to Linux just recently. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure to hit a like if you really like the look of this theme. And I will see all of you beautiful people next time, which will hopefully be really soon. So yeah, see ya.